In cinema theatre, City occupied a seat, leaving 5 seat after the seat number X6. What was City seat number?
Well reasoned. XV is the correct choice. A doctor who treats skin and its diseases. You got it? Your choice, dermatologist, is right. Name the tool that a barber uses. Solid response. Scissor is a valid choice. Choose the correct option. You chose sloth, and it is correct. Fill in the blank. The audience became dash when the match was delayed again. Well done. Impatient is the right choice. The Talkative Barber is one of the stories from the Arabian Nights. You're right. True is the correct answer. Raj keeps on talking with his friends most of the time. Raj is dash. Right again. Chatterer is a valid answer. The barber narrated a story to the Sultan which was lasted for dash. Strong choice. Half an hour is the right answer. The barber had invited a dash friends to come to his house that day. Smart move. 4 or 5 is an accurate answer. The barber was refused to leave the Sultan Palace dash true false. Sharp thinking. True is the right choice. There were 7 brothers altogether in the Sultan's family. Correct response. False is the most accurate answer. How many pieces of gold coins did the king give to the barber? Ha! Perfect. 3 is the correct choice. The Sultan ordered to give dash pieces of gold to the barber. Nicely done. 3 is a solid answer. It was a beautiful day. Dash, they decided to go for a picnic. Nice work. You chose so, and it is correct. Where is the entrance door placed in the topsy-turvy land? On track. Back of the house is the correct answer. At the end of the story, did the barber shaved the Sultan? Clear logic. Your choice, he didn't shaved is sound and 100% true. Which of the following words means in a hurried manner? Excellent choice. Hastily is the right answer. We will reach on time if we go by the car. Here is a... Great job. Conjunction is the accurate answer. My father packed my lunch dash. My mother combed my hair. Right choice. While is the best answer. Sultan called the barber to the palace to cut his nails. Valid point. False is true. Where do people wear their hats in the topsy-turvy land? Good job. Your answer foot works well here. The barber was shaving the Sultan's beard. True or false? Excellent. False is a brilliant choice. At what time was the king supposed to leave the palace? Smart pick. Noon is the correct choice. What is the animal symbol of World Wildlife Fund? Nice selection. Giant panda is the correct and valid answer. In the topsy-turvy land, the people walk on their dash. Well picked. Heads is the correct answer. When do the students go to school in topsy-turvy land? Exactly. Night makes sense and it is right choice. Why did the barber take so long to shave the Sultan? Great thinking. He was talkative is the right choice. The dog was dash to climb the tree to chase the cat. Bravo. Unable is the answer. What is the sea made up of in the topsy-turvy land? Good thinking. Sand is the right answer. In topsy-turvy land, the children go to school dash. Correct. At night is the right answer. Where will the boats move in the topsy-turvy land? Solid response. On road is a valid choice. Which of the following words is spelt correctly? Perfect. Generous is the correct choice.
We cannot hear your words, dash. You speak loudly.
Clear logic. Your choice unless is sound and 100% true. Did the barber shave the Sultan's head property? Well picked. No is the correct answer. Choose the correct one. I think it dash be grand. Right choice. Must is the best answer. The barber refused to leave the Sultan's palace. Correct response. False is the most accurate answer. The Sultan called the barber for which purpose? You chose shaving his head, and it is correct. What did Sultan give the barber in second time? Strong choice. Food is the right answer.
Barber came to Sultan's palace to shave dash.
You're right. Head is the correct answer. Who has written the poem, A Topsy-Turvy Land? Good thinking. H.E. Wilkinson is the right answer. Dash, you help others, others will help you. On track. If is the correct answer. The barber was shaving the Sultan beard. TF. Great job. False is the accurate answer. Sultan gave 5 pieces of gold for barber. Smart move. False is an accurate answer. In our land, when do children go to school? You got it. Your choice in the morning is right. Please accompany me, dash, my father comes. Excellent. Till is a brilliant choice. The city mentioned in the lesson is dash. Exactly. Kashgar makes sense and it is right choice. Where do boats sail in topsy-turvy land? Well done. Streets is the right choice. The Sultan gave him 4 pieces of gold. Sharp thinking. False is the right choice. What did the barber want from the king? Correct. Both is the right answer. How many friends did the barber invite? Well reasoned. 5 is the correct choice. Sultan invited his relatives for feast. Nicely done. False is a solid answer. How do people walk in topsy-turvy land? Nice work. You chose on their heads, and it is correct. What was the status of the king's head? Smart pick. Half-shaved is the correct choice.
In topsy-turvy land, the sea is made of?
Great thinking. Sand is the right choice. The barber wanted dash for the dessert. Valid point. Some fruits is true. Fill in the blanks. PL dash as dash re. Bravo. EU is the answer. What did Sultan give the barber first? Good job. Your answer 3 gold coins works well here. How many brothers did the barber have? Excellent. Excellent choice. 6 is the right answer.
What did the barber want for dessert?
Nice selection. Fruits is the correct and valid answer.
Sultan gave dash coins to the barber.
Right again. 3 gold is a valid answer. The Sultan gave him 3 gold coins. Correct. True is the right answer.
Which tool is not related to barber?
Bravo. Hammer is the answer.
Who called the barber to the palace?
Right choice. Sultan is the best answer.
Select the appropriate past of drive.
Well done. Drove is the right choice.
Who narrated the story to the king?
Good job. Your answer, Queen, works well here.
Which one is not found in a notice?
Exactly. Chocolate makes sense, and it is right choice.
Who was the quiet one in the class?
Smart pick. Jane is the correct choice.
To look at something very carefully.
Clear logic. Your choice examine is sound and 100% true.
How many friends Barber had invited?
Strong choice. 5 is the right answer.
Choose the rhyming word. Land dash.
On track. Stand is the correct answer.
What is the meaning of exhausted?
Well reasoned. Tired is the correct choice.
What was the name of the Sultan?
Nicely done. Sharia is a solid answer.
Why did Sultan call the barber?
Nice selection. To shave his head is the correct and valid answer.
In which city lived the barber?
Solid response. Kashgar is a valid choice.
Which is perfect for Al-Nasji?
Valid point. All Nashi is true.
What is the meaning of grand?
Excellent choice. Majestic is the right answer.
What is meaning of chatterer?
You chose talkative, and it is correct.
The barber had dash brothers.
You got it. Your choice 6 is right.
What is opposite of quiet?
Great job. Talkative is the accurate answer.
Choose the correct spelling.
Right again, desperation is a valid answer.
What Sultan gave to barber?
Good thinking. 3 gold coins is the right answer.
What does topsy-turvy mean?
Smart move. All the above is an accurate answer.
The barber was belonged to.
Great thinking. Kashgar is the right choice.
What is Arabian Nights?
You're right. Collection of folk stories is the correct answer.
Barber is very talkative.
Excellent. True is a brilliant choice.
What is meaning of quiet?
Sharp thinking, silent is the right choice.
Why barber come in palace?
Nice work. You chose to shave head and it is correct.
The barber was a great?
Correct response. Talker is the most accurate answer.
Antonym of justice is?
Well picked. Injustice is the correct answer.
Which one is correct?
Perfect. Chatterer is the correct choice.
Meaning of exhausted.
Well picked. Tired is the correct answer.
In the city of Dash. Strong choice. Kashgar is the right answer. This story is from. You got it? Your choice Arabian Nights is right. Meaning of dessert. Nicely done. Sweet is a solid answer. Who is humpbacked? Well reasoned. Backbone is the correct choice. Topsy-turvy means? Right again. Upside down is a valid answer. Who was talkative? Great thinking. The barber is the right choice. D Roman number is?
You're right. 500 is the correct answer. Who was Shahryar?
Smart move. A sultan is an accurate answer. Pleasure means? Perfect. Feeling of enjoyment is the correct choice. The queen was a. Solid response. Good storyteller is a valid choice. Means.
Nice work. You chose leave from a place, and it is correct.
M is number. On track. 1000 is the correct answer. Deaf means. Bravo. One who cannot hear is the answer. Barber was? Nice selection. Talkative is the correct and valid answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Excellent choice. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is the right answer.